By the way, right now I am going to I don't want to say the name because I know I will butcher it because I don't speak Korean, unfortunately. I would like to in future, but I don't. And I butcher names even in languages that I speak fluently because I have a speech impediment, and I butcher my own name when I introduce myself. Like literally, I'm not even lying. I hate the fact that I have a speech impediment. That's always been my insecurity, and I'm going to. I'm going to Bukchon Hanok village. I'm sorry for butchering this name. I know I butchered it. Maybe I will today I will check the correct pronunciation. I promise I will fix my mistakes. I promise to become better. And I'm going to this place quite late because I was sleeping all day because I couldn't sleep because of fascism and mosquitoes, from which I hate fascism more. I couldn't fall asleep. My friend has been missing for the last few days, and I still don't know what's going on with my friend. And I realized that that's a big possibility that my friend may be no longer alive. And you know, I'm still very sad because of that. But I know for sure that my friend is in heaven if my friend is not alive. But I just told myself that I need to be patient and not think about this right now, because right now I can do nothing. I'm just waiting for the news, you know. In a few days maybe I will learn that he's okay. It's like, you know, my friend is in Gaza. He lives in Gaza, and it's a very good friend. I never have met this friend in person because it's like, you know, a jail. You cannot walk out, you cannot go in, you cannot go out. So I never had a chance to meet this friend in person, but we talked a lot, and that friend was always supportive to me, always messaged me almost every day. And I'm like, I look at some messages that I got from my friend, and I was just crying. But I try to just think that, you know, I will, maybe in a few days I will learn that he's okay, you know. So I just try to not think about this right now, because maybe, you know, maybe I will be worrying at the moment, and in a few days I will learn that my friend is alright. I just messaged my friends that I know are alive and I told them that I love them. And because it made me realize how much, you know, this is the only important thing in life that you have, is the people that you have and care about. I'm sorry for crying. I just couldn't not think about this. It's very, very surreal feeling when you're on a trip that you dreamed about and something like that happens. And you keep checking the news every 5 minutes, and you keep checking messages. But at least I'm not checking this every 5 minutes anymore, because I was eventually, first when I realized that something is wrong, I was checking my messages all the time. Right now I'm like, you know, I want to do this all the time, because most of the time I just check it and there's nothing. And I try to find some information about people that died, but, you know, I couldn't find the name of my friend. But I don't think the name, you know, the list of names is complete, because there were there's definitely more people that died than the media even talks about. They talk only about Western tourists and about white people, and it's like, it's so fucking annoying. Anyway, I should focus on my on my journey. So, to be honest, I feel very abandoned by the world, you know. That's why I'm feeling very, very sad recently, because I feel like humanity failed so much, you know, because what's going on right now, it's fully preventable, you know. It's not preventable when some attack happens and somebody beheads somebody or whatever, or somebody gets hold somebody. But when you have planned action to murder people, it's preventable. It's fully preventable. And now when people are being starved to death, it's fully preventable thing. And where does fucking nothing? It's they just are yeah, do that, you know. It's I truly feel like I lost my faith in humanity. I truly did. I never felt so... My faith in humanity has never been so fucking low. And I just cannot stop thinking about all those things that happened in the past that also the world let it happen. They were yes, great. The powers that be, they actually made them happen. And nobody ever got held accountable. For example, UK and France, you know, how they helped Srebrenica massacre happen. And I always, you know, anytime, if anybody ever tells me about European values, I will fucking slap them in the face. Seriously. I think those people should be in jail. They should be all held accountable, for what they are doing, and all those media outlets that perpetrate racism, they should fucking I would slap them myself. I would, you know, and they would be like, oh yeah, we have a proof you're violent. Like, oh my god, sorry. I just, oh yeah, so I forgot. Yeah, I'm in South Korea. Not my favorite Korea, but so right now I am right there and I am very stupid. I forgot my charger and my phone is dying because I forgot to plug it. So I am right there and I wish I could enjoy the beauty of this place more than I do. I wish I could focus on the positive at the moment, but it's difficult to do so. I'm in a metro and by the way, the shirt that I'm wearing at the moment I bought in Korea. I bought it in a shop that was like kind of mostly new things, but I think it was kind of hardly a second-hand. Like a lot of things I know that they were like kind of recycled, upcycled, something like this. And by the way, such clothes, they are cheaper than in Europe. In general, if I had more money with myself, I would definitely do big shopping because like clothes in South Korea, they are so much nicer than in Europe. Like in general, in Europe usually I have nothing that I like. Like in most shops I just go into a shop and there's maybe one thing that I remotely like. And here like I like, in every shop there's like many things that I like. And I like a lot. And I talked to one Korean girl and she told me that she knows the feeling because when she went to Europe she also had like nothing that she liked. So maybe, I don't know, maybe either the clothes here they are nicer in general or I have more Korean taste, I don't know, than European. But in general I love clothes. Yeah, they look so cute, they are so nice, and I think they are a bit cheaper than in Europe. So I bought two things, but I would buy more things if I had more money. Anyway, I still spent more money than I expected to spend, so I will have to spend less money in Japan. But I also partly spent it because I was like, in Japan they have expensive clothes, so probably I will not buy clothes in Japan. And I was kind of planning to buy clothes in Japan. I still plan to buy a kimono in a second hand because I heard that they have actually cheap ones in second hand. But yeah. I'm actually planning to ask a Japanese girl who said that they have nice kimono in Japanese second hands. I plan to ask her which second hands she recommends, because I think that if I find a one in a city center or somewhere, they may be much more expensive. So anyway, you know what also makes me feel silly, like here in Seoul and in Korea, that everywhere there's something with BTS and I know nothing about them. Like literally, I am not like. I'm not saying that I don't like them, like I just don't know anything about them. Like I know they exist, I tried listening to some of their songs, I didn't like them like very much. I was just like, oh, a song like a song, you know. Maybe they have some songs that I would fall in love with if I heard them, you know. But I really, like, I know nothing about them. They exist and that's it, you know. I know that a lot of people love them, that they have a lot of fans, and but I really, like, I know nothing about them, you know. I don't even know which one is which one. Like I don't have good memory for faces in general, and especially when somebody had plastic surgeries, and people after plastic surgeries, they tend to look very similar. Like I can never tell them apart. Like I struggle with telling celebrities apart in general because they all have the same plastic surgeries and probably go to the same surgeon. And but like, no offense to people who love them. And it's not because they are Asian, because like in general I struggle to distinguish people. Like I struggle to distinguish people everywhere. Like there's a lot of Dutch people to me that look exactly the same, like tall, blonde, and I struggle with distinguishing people. So I have always wanted to have a lot of plastic surgeries myself, but I have no money for it, obviously, because they are very expensive. But also I'm afraid, you know, that I would look like exactly every person after plastic surgery, and like I don't like the way most people look after plastic surgery. Like usually most of people who had plastic surgery, they don't look good in my opinion. Like especially in nose jobs, like most of nose jobs turn out like they turn out looking disgusting. No offense to those people, but like I'm like, what have you done to your nose, you know? I actually, like in Korea, I think people don't do nose jobs very often, but that's one of the surgeries I would like to have, and I'm afraid that you know, that I will look worse. And also with other plastic surgeries that I would like to have, I'm also like, yeah, most of them, also they seem so painful. Like when I think about cutting your bones and it's scary. But if I had money, I would have them. But I would also be afraid that I would look like everybody who had them.